Welcome, viewers, to the inaugural episode of The Reactor, where we review each week's comics every week for you, just for you, our dear, loving viewers. Loving. So, first up, we have Secret Wars number 6. This event is so freaking good. It's so good. Every issue is just building and building and building. There hasn't been a single disappointing issue. There's always a good payoff. It's not like those other Marvel events where it's like, oh my god, big action, and then nothing and nothing and nothing, and then, oh my god, everything's changed. Oh, no, this is straight amazing. Asad Ripik is killing it. Jonathan Hickman is telling a great story. Even I feel like he just kind of drags on a little bit because I don't want to wait until December to finish this, but it's worth it because it's really freaking good. If you're not getting this, it's probably a little late, but you should definitely go pick up the other ones you missed because this is an amazing story, and it's going to be setting up for our next book, the all-new, All Different Avengers. This is going to be all the Avengers teams for the future of Marvel, and in this book, it's actually a story. So pretty much what happens, you see the Squadron Supreme, which, if you don't know, is Marvel's stupid attempt to make a Justice League. I don't know why they would want to do that. If you want to read Justice League, go read that. It's really good. But it's pretty much them, and they're like, oh, we're so cool. Look at us. We're Marvel's Justice League. And then they show up pretty much a preview of all the other teams and what they're up to. So you got the all-new, All Different Avengers, which seems pretty cool. That's going to be by Mark Waid and Mahmoud Osrar, so that looked pretty cool. My personal favorite, Uncanny Avengers, because it's got my boy Deadpool, and Deadpool be killing it all the time, both figuratively and literally. We got some A-Force action. That's an all-female Avengers team. That book has been a great book in Secret Wars event, so, you know, I'm probably going to pick that up too. It's pretty cool, just for you guys. You got the New Avengers, which is like AIM, but Avengers-ized, I guess. But, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll be cool. It looks pretty cool. Sandoval's a great artist. And then we got the Ultimates team because Marvel doesn't want to let go of Ultimates for some reason. But they all look really cool. And the whole thing is Squadron Supreme, basically. We're taking over, and if the Avengers don't like it, we're gonna mess them up. So, you know, check it out if you're interested in the Avengers team. Next up, we got Invincible Iron Man by Brian Michael Bendis and David Marquez. Now, I'm not a huge Brian Michael Bendis fan. I thought his last arc on Guardians of the Galaxy and X-Men was crap. It ended really crappy. Well, actually, X-Men hasn't ended yet because Marvel decided to push his issue back like 5,000 years. But this book is freaking cool, and David Marquez has some of the most beautiful art I've seen in a long time. I've never read anything with his art before, but this book is amazing. And there's a huge Secret Wars spoiler at the end of this one, and you're definitely going to want to pick this up. This is going to be the flagship Marvel book, and big stuff's going to happen. You know how Brian Michael Bendis likes to make his mark on Marvel, so you know stuff's going to go down. But, you know, even if you don't like it, at least David Marquez will make it look pretty. So I say get this one. Next up, we have one of my favorite superheroes of all time, and I'm assuming it's most of your favorite superheroes too. We got Amazing Spider-Man by Dan Slott and Giuseppe Camuncoli. That's what his name is, because I can't pronounce these damn names. But this is actually a super good book. If you've read any of Dan Slott's Spider-Man, because he's been writing it for like 50 years now, 10 years, but, you know, who's counting? His Spider-Man is amazing, and he really gets to the core of the character, even though he's kind of like advancing the character, which a lot of people don't like. I think it's cool. People joke about this and be like, oh, he's got Spider-Man's his bodyguard. He's a rich billionaire now. He's a poor man's Tony Stark. They actually address that in this book. It's really cool how they do it and how they separate him from Spider-Man. The story's great. Camuncoli is killing it on the art. Sorry, what artist, by the way, if you read this or hear this, I don't know how to pronounce names. I'm dumb. Sorry. But your art's beautiful. You're a great artist. Keep it up. This book is amazing. Some cool stuff's going down, and there's also some backup stories for some other Spider-Man books, like Web Warriors and Silk and Spider-Woman, all that good stuff. So if you're a Spider fan of any of the Spider books, definitely get this. Or even if you're not, just get this book because it's really freaking cool, and there's some cool stuff going down. Next up, because he's getting a movie, obviously he has to have a comic book because Marvel loves their synergy. We have Doctor Strange by Jason Aaron and Chris Bachalo. I hope I'm saying that one right too. We have Doctor Strange just, you know, started off fighting demons, and then it seems like Jason Aaron was writing him a little bit different than I expected. I expected him to more be like an eccentric, and I'm a doctor, and blah, 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 blah. But he's more like just a normal dude who wears a scarf that just happens to make him fly, and he's got a third eye, and he goes to mystical magic bars with his mystical magic friends. But Chalo is an amazing artist. You can just tell just by the cover that he was just made to do some Doctor Strange type art, and he does not disappoint in this book. Jason Aaron's definitely going to try to make his mark for Doctor Strange. I feel like he's going to try to add a lot to the Doctor Strange zeitgeist, the whole universe of Doctor Strange. So this is definitely going to be a huge turning point in Doctor Strange, especially because we haven't seen a book from him in 30 years. So this is a pretty cool read. I would definitely suggest getting this one as well. All the Marvel books, pretty much just get them. Pretty great stuff all around. But there are other comic publishers aside from Marvel. They're just having their big push right now. So we actually have 2 other books to talk about. First one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I watched them all the time as a kid, and I thought they were so cool. I mean, I want to be like them. I was like, I'm a teenager, and I could be a ninja. Maybe not a turtle. Don't want to be a turtle too much, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is really cool. This is by Eastman, one of the co-creators of the original ones, and they got somebody else on the art. I didn't actually look it up. I should probably do that. But it's really cool. The whole thing is just a huge brawl, and it looks great. They act exactly how you expect the Turtles to act. You got Bebop, Rocksteady, Splinter, Master Shredder, all the ones you want to see, and then even more. And there's a huge brawl. It's amazing. This is actually the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle I've ever bought. Was not disappointed at all. Definitely need to keep reading this, and you should definitely check it out too. And the last book we have was one of a DC books that I actually really like. It's Cyborg, which I don't know too much about him. My whole history of Cyborg is Teenage Titans? That's not right. Teen Titans. So David Walker is doing this. He's actually going to be doing the Power Man Iron Fist one. Hear more about that later in Project Arc. But it's really cool. He's another book reinventing the character. He's taken it into some very strange but really cool directions. And Ivan Reyes is doing the art, and it looks amazing. Not this guy. This is Kevin Rocafort. But he's doing the art. It's really cool. He's trying to do some new stuff with Cyborg that I really haven't seen before. Then again, I've never read Cyborg, so I guess it's all new to me. But it's pretty interesting. There was one other thing that came out from DC that was worth reading. It's Action Comics, which I didn't actually get because my comic book store got shorted. But I'm sure it's great because every issue of Action Comics has been amazing because the Truth storyline is amazing. And if you're not getting it, get it. It's one of the best DC books coming out right now. Also, Telos came out, but don't get Telos because it's stupid and Convergence sucks and we all hate it. That's it. And thank you for watching the first episode of Reactor. Come back next week for some new comics and see me again.